the Bowels of Netflix, where your fearless co-hosts Isaac and Larry force each other to watch the worst pieces of shit on Netflix. We will go over every bad edit, all the broken dialogue, all the wooden acting, and laugh along the way, because this is the Bowels of Netflix! Alright, and welcome to the Bowels of Netflix. I'm Isaac, and with me, as always, is my fearless co-host, Larry. How are you doing this week, Larry?
Soon to be fearless member of the AARP. Because, as we were talking about before we started recording, I just heard on a different podcast, Dungeons and Daddies, go check it out, not a BDSM podcast.
I like it already.
I just heard that apparently there is no age restriction to get into the AARP. So, and it's $16 a year. I pulled up their benefits site. So, let me see here. Some of the benefits, insurance. There's online games. So, you know, the things that old people play, like crossword puzzles, solitaire, Fortnite. Eyewear, vision exams, hearing care, dining, shopping, technology discounts. You have to go into a Best Buy and pretend you don't know what anything does. And they just give you discounts, apparently.
Oh, that works.
Yeah.
Now, to be clear, Larry, you're 30 years old.
I am 30 years old. I am not retired. I presently have less than $1,000 to my name. So, yes, I do intend to join the AARP and squeeze as much money out of them as I possibly can.
Well, that is going to be delightful. Just get a gray wig and write the word wrinkles on your forehead.
I sound like I sound like Banksy. That's something Banksy would.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you love art.
I don't like anything. That's why I'm perfect for the AARP.
You are curmudgeonly. Have you yelled at anyone to get off your lawn yet?
I don't have a lawn, but
There's grass in front of your apartment.
Every time I see children on it, I do think to myself, get these fucking children away from my apartment.
They might look into a window and see your balls.
I mean, I pay the rent here. I don't very frequently wear pants.
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of being naked inside of one's house.
Yeah, I pay the rent. I mean, I live here.
It's a contention. I mean, well, to be fair, the missus does enjoy not having clothes on often, but she'll, like, not want to walk past a window in case someone sees her fucking titties or something. Like, man, people can look at my balls all day in my house.
Screw it. I mean, that's on them.
I wish I could go balls out at the grocery store.
Go to a nudist place.
It would be, I don't know. I feel like it would help with the testicular odor to have them out and not.
That is not where I expected this was going.
Oh, God. So,
speaking of testicular odor.
If this is your first time around, we are old friends who hate each other and make each other watch the worst movies we can find on Netflix. Find us on Facebook, find us on Twitter. We're the only Bowels of Netflix in your life. If you find another, we're going to beat the hell out of him. Send us an email, bowelsofnetflix@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. And do all the responsible listener podcast things, like, subscribe, rate, write a review, tell your friends. Tell your grandma to get off her AARP games and download this fucking podcast.
Yeah, tell her to stop dabbing on haters. And
dabbing on haters. God.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm soon to be in the AARP. I don't know these things.
Those kind of comments get less and less ironic until they're just real as we age.
Yeah.
All right, so in today's episode, I am covering a hot movie that just came out this year. The Ice Road, starring one Liam Neeson, master of the craft of action movies, even though he's almost 70, speaking of people in the AARP.
So bizarre. He's had a very bizarre career.
Yeah, so, and just be prepared, because I'll be referring to him as Qui-Gon most of the time in this review, occasionally Oscar Schindler, and then, yeah, I'm just going to call people different names. The same characters, different names. It's going to be complete chaos.
Oh, good.
So
Great.
If you get confused, just, ask me to throw you a bone, and I will toss that bone right over.
Awesome. I'll try to keep notes.
So there was no budget listed because it's distributed by Netflix, but it apparently did have a little action in theaters earlier this year, but because of the pandemic, its gross was only $1.2 million, but Anyway, it's a Netflix movie, so
Yeah,
the financials
it
don't
does-
really factor into things.
That's rough, man. That makes our job rough, because I'd love to know those things, those details, but...
Yeah, Netflix is tight-lipped about that, unfortunately.
Not the only thing they're tight about.
Yeah, they're little buttholes.
I just don't know what to do with you some days, man.
I don't wish looseness upon anyone's butthole. That sounds like a problem.
Y-
Well, okay. People who don't use turn signals.
Okay, well, yes. No, actually, I wish far worse things upon those people.
I was driving yesterday and getting very angry and made the comment, I'm really glad I can't set people on fire telekinetically because it would be bad. I would have killed many people.
Yeah, I would abuse any superpowers given to me.
The superpower I want is the ability to make someone piss their pants telekinetically.
It's very close
useful.
to Orgasmo.
Well, yeah, I'd take orgasms. I'll take any orgasm the world wants to give me.
The power I want is the power... Well, first of all, shout out to another podcast, Hey Riddle Riddle, is infinite blood, because that fucking... the funniest gag I've ever heard in any podcast ever. But the power I actually want is the power to legally marry people against their will for any reason. Just like Guy... Wow. And I heard this years and years and years ago. Just fucking two people in a donut shop who are pissing me off. All right, you two, you're married now. I do pronounce the asshole and dickhead.
That would be interesting.
It's true. Just think of the power you wield. Is that I legally marry you for any reason.
It'd be really fun at a gay marriage protest. Just start marrying a bunch of dudes.
Yes, it would. That's amazing. I was about to say, I mean, I guess it just makes me a villain, but when you put it that way, I'm the greatest hero that's ever lived. To
Darn tootin'.
One side, I'll be assassinated immediately.
Yeah, that's true. Well, have infinite blood on top of that.
Oh, God.
God. So this is sitting at 5.6 on IMDb, middle of the road.
Surprisingly higher than I would have imagined.
It is exactly what you expect this movie to be. So if you like Liam Neeson action movies and you don't care about story or quality, you're going to have fun with this movie.
Yeah, I didn't think this one was going to be a knockout of the park, but I did think you'd hate it.
There is enough to hate about it, and it's weird enough. And so Rotten Tomato critic is actually higher than audience. It's 42%, and audience is only 33%, which is not usually common.
Yeah, that's a little off. They're both pretty low still, though. Yeah,
it's definitely, and like the critic consensus is more or less kind of the same thing. Like, it's an action movie. It's not good, but it does what it says it's going to do, just not well.
It seems so weird to cast him as the star in an action movie now, as old as he is.
Fucking 69 years old.
Ew. But I guess isn't that like what the Expendables made an entire film franchise about? So I guess it's not that weird. The Expendables is all retired action stars who should be enjoying the millions they didn't squander in the 80s, which all of them did.
Yeah, it was the heydays of cocaine. How could you not snort it?
I just
found out James Taylor was a crazy drug addict for a while. And I can't picture James Taylor, like, railing lines of cocaine off a hooker's ass. But apparently he did.
I kind of can.
He's so mellow.
I know a lot of mellow people who do some pretty hard drugs.
I don't know. I picture fucking what's his face, Slash or Axl Rose or something, just in a hot tub of bimbos.
I think that's been filmed. I think I've seen that.
Sounds about right. All right. Okay. Let's get into this. So there's a big explosion at the old mine way up in Canada, Manitoba or something. I don't know. And a bunch of dudes are trapped in the mine. So there we go. That's our story.
Okay. All right. That was quick.
Via some meaningless characters, we find out the only way to rescue the men is to get a bunch of large equipment transported up north, but there's no airport nearby, and the equipment is too large for helicopters to carry. So Lawrence Fishburne, who we'll be calling Morpheus, of course.
Obviously.
Is the ice road truck boss guy.
I didn't know he still made movies.
Yeah, I guess. I think he's younger than fucking Liam Neeson.
Right, I just, like, what's the last thing you've heard Lawrence Fishburne doing? Because for me, it's The Matrix.
Yeah, seriously.
He was in one of the CSIs, right?
Oh, right.
I don't remember if that was pre or post Matrix, though, because all the CSI shows for me feel like they're from 2001, even though I'm pretty sure they ran for like 25 years a pop. They all happen in 2001 in my head.
I think it was post-Matrix. So someone from the mining company shows up and asks Morpheus for some ice road trucks to go up north, but Morpheus says, "Shit, Honky, you crazy. It's April and the ice be mad melting. Driving ice road trucks in April is dangerous enough to make a movie about." So,
and then everyone looks at the camera.
Yep.
And the theme to Curb Your Enthusiasm starts playing.
Morpheus then says, "I know some of the guys in that mine," and he's got his blue collar truck guy voice. "I know some of them guys in that mine. And I'll do my best to get some people to take on this suicide mission."
Okay. All right. How many guys are in the mine?
26.
Okay. So
they actually count.
Because I think the Chilean miners was like in between 20 and 30. When that was, if you recall, that whole debacle from a decade ago. Yeah, 2010 2010. How many were down there? 33 men. So.
Okay. So yeah, this is the same thing but Canada, because ice road.
Yeah.
We cut to a garage where some gruff-looking grease monkey dudes are playing keep away with the thermos of a mentally challenged man.
Oh God, are you serious?
Yes.
Oh no. Oh Jesus Christ.
Liam Neeson shows up, and of course the guys are calling him a retard, which is not very nice. So Liam Neeson punches him in the nose, and the mentally challenged guy and Liam Neeson both get fired. Find out the mentally challenged guy's name is Gertie, which he's probably not going to be called Gertie for very long because no one's going to be called anything consistently in this movie.
Gertie.
He's a severe speech impediment, and he's Liam Neeson's brother. Qui-Gon, of course, has his standard Irish accent. However, his brother has an American accent. Never mind how the fuck that's supposed to work.
Well, okay, so what is Liam Neeson's nationality? Because
Irish.
I feel like it's in question. Is it actually Irish?
Yeah, he's definitely Irish.
Okay. Because you know how like Mike Myers started doing like a Scottish accent and never stopped, even though
it was just for Shrek.
Yeah, he never stopped doing it. If you look up any interview he's done after Shrek, he never stopped doing that accent.
I don't believe you.
I'm not. This is not me making this up.
He's also just kind of stopped making movies.
That's probably
Shrek was like some of the last stuff he did.
Oh, yeah, I mean that's probably for the best, man.
He's just in a hot tub doing rails of cocaine off bimbos' butts.
Jesus Christ. Stop saying bimbos. Fucking A, Isaac.
If you're in a hot tub getting cocaine snorted off of you...
don't rationalize it.
No, some people are bimbos by choice, and they're entitled to be bimbos. Most women are not bimbos.
Okay.
Very few of them definitely are.
All right. I think it's a good thing that Michael Myers stopped doing
cocaine off of bimbos' asses.
Well, I can't confirm that he stopped that, but I think it's probably fine that he stopped doing movies because
Yeah, after The Love Guru, it was time.
I don't much care for anything he's ever done.
I want that to be on Netflix. Austin Powers is amazing, and Wayne's World.
I never liked Wayne's World.
Yeah.
God, you know I'd hate it. I liked Goldmember. I have fond memories of it.
That's the worst one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's okay. The other ones are better. Anyway.
They're bad. They're bad movies. I don't like them.
They're fun. Yeah, you're a monster.
I don't like anything.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, Shrek 1 is fun. I've seen Shrek 2, I think. This is not a joke. I think I've seen it like 25 times.
Jesus Christ.
My little sister, we used to go to our grandparents on the weekend, our grandmothers, and like one of the VHS tapes she had was Shrek 2, and my little sister just got into a mood where she's like, I'm going to watch this every weekend until I'm dead. And so she would just watch Shrek 2 every weekend, so I would watch it with her half the time.
Yeah, I did that with a lot of movies when I was of a certain age.
Mm.
So.
Anyway, yes, Shrek 2, starring beloved actor Liam Neeson, who is the star of this movie.
Anyway, Oscar Schindler and his brother get canned from their jobs. Qui-Gon takes his brother to get evaluated.
I always forget that he was Oscar Schindler. It's so hard to remember. Because, like, the first thing I saw him in was Phantom Menace when I was, like, 9. And then I saw Schindler's List when I was, like, 27.
And you're like, Qui-Gon, just use your lightsaber. Save the Jews.
God, yeah, if only. Oh, Lord.
So Qui-Gon takes his brother to get evaluated for a care program for the disabled. As we know, Jedi Masters don't like to be kept waiting, so when the evaluation takes too long, he breaks past security with his lightsaber and gets pissed off when he finds out the doctor was trying to pump Gertie full of Xanax.
Okay.
I don't know. It's weird, and he just gets irrationally angry and, like, lightsabers some people. Anyway, Qui-Gon and Gertie hop in their X-Wing and nope the fuck out of there. Shut up, you nerds. I know he wasn't in an X-Wing in Phantom Menace.
X-Wings, yeah, thank you. X-Wings
Yep.
and the Phantom
Shut
Menace.
up.
The Rebellion didn't exist yet.
Shut up.
If you're going to go toe-to-toe with me on Star Wars facts, you will lose. You will lose.
There is purposefully not continuity, and X-Wing is also the only name of a ship that I know. So you're going to have to eat some ass. So this movie's pretty much of Mice and Men Ice Road edition, because it's George and Lenny.
Oh, God.
It really is.
Oh, no.
So, Morpheus... this sentence is supposed to say Morpheus bails a young woman out from jail.
Oh, God. You know what? There's no way... Audience, let me just give you a warning right now. If I know Isaac the way I think I do, there is no way this next thing is going to be anything any human being should have to hear. Except for me, his perennial slave.
I accidentally, or maybe purposefully, subconsciously typed, Morpheus balls a young woman out from jail.
Yes, you did that on purpose, in your head.
Yeah, probably.
Your brain was working faster than your fingies.
She's a young Native American and was arrested for protesting the theft of, the continent. So she's angry. She's the scrappy, tough girl who's gonna be the side hero of the movie. Anyway, she's one of his... Huh?
In Puffstar? Is she Scrappy, the dog from Puffstar?
Oh, I forgot Scrappy was a character. Jeez. So she is one of Morpheus's best ice road truckers, but they had a falling out, and she punched him in the nose or something. I don't know. Anyway, a droid shows up to Qui-Gon with a holographic message begging for ice road truckers for this emergency. We see the trapped men in the mine have resorted to drinking each other's semen for caloric intake. So there's that. Morpheus hires Qui-Gon.
You the satisfaction.
Morpheus. Oh, there's going to be a lot of cum talk in this episode.
Oh, great. Great. So now they know 18 minutes in where to shut it off.
Morpheus hires Qui-Gon and his mentally challenged brother Obi-Wan. After putting Obi-Wan to the test taking apart an engine, and apparently, despite his condition, he's a brilliant mechanic.
Okay.
And he takes the head gasket right off or something. I know cars.
Right, yeah. I don't know trucks.
So, the Native American chick who I will problematically be calling Pocahontas, but...
Isaac.
Pocahontas was great. Or should I go with Sacagawea?
Just do what you gotta do, man. Oh, Lord.
So, Pocahontas, God. Morpheus, and Qui-Gon Jinn.
I would watch that movie. I do want to throw that out there. I would watch that movie.
It would be pretty great. So they're each going to drive a truck with redundant equipment on it, so if one of the trucks gets lost...
I can't. Oh, man. I can't. Man, we are gonna get canceled. I can't. We need a consultant of some kind to go over our scripts.
I don't think anyone would take on the task.
Oh, Lord.
So yeah, they each have redundant equipment on their truck, so only one truck needs to arrive because it's a suicide mission.
So the question now is which of them is going to die?
Right.
I'm reasonably sure that Morpheus is going to die. But Qui-Gon Jinn is probably going to die in like the last seconds of the...
We'll see. We lose a couple of our players along the way. The contract they're signing stipulates payment of $200,000 split 4 ways. And we find out if someone doesn't make it, the $200,000 will be split between the people who do make it.
Oh, so now we're going to be able to get a truck villain.
Yep.
So is it just the 3 of them?
In this movie.
Or is there other like
Obi-Wan is
driver? Oh, the 4 of them.
Is the mechanic.
Okay. So 4 trucks? Does Obi-Wan drive?
No.
Okay, so 3 trucks.
3 trucks.
I'm just trying to get an idea of... So Morpheus is going to betray both of them, and he's going to die for sure. Now it's just the other 2 is...
Well, yeah. There's another the knuckle in this pussy. Is that an expression?
I want to say it is now, but I cannot say that and look at myself in the mirror in the morning.
Oh, God.
There's another knuckle in this pussy. God, you are...
There's someone from the insurance company who will be riding with Pocahontas.
Oh, well, that's an obvious villain. The insurance is the worst thing to happen to man.
Yep, he's monitoring their investment or some shit, and he's supposedly an actuary. So by minute
this
20...
is not a lot of money to get paid for this job. Like,
really, no.
like realistically, like I think that the real Ice Road Truckers, if I remember the one episode of that show I saw on Discovery Channel 6 years ago with my now dead father, I feel like they get paid fairly well. But it's like such a dangerous and miserable job that like it kind of isn't worth it still.
It's $50,000 each for like 2 days of work. For like a 30-hour drive, basically.
Yeah, but it's like the danger is stupid high, right? Like, because all these jobs that are like, you know, it seems like they're overpaid. It's the fact that the danger rate, like the mortality rate, is very high, right?
Yeah, I would guess so. But still, $50,000 for one drive, even though you might die. I don't know. I might.
Yeah. Well, then you gotta drive back.
No, I don't think they do. They can just
live in the.
They don't have to drive back.
Constantly driving north.
Well, they have to go over the ice road to get to the mine as quickly as possible.
Oh, they can take like the goat path home.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know, man.
All right.
Just don't look for this movie to make a lot of logical sense, because it doesn't.
I see. What I've learned over the years is that the more details I press you for, the more irritated you get and try to hide it. And it's really the only way I have of needling you, so...
You shouldn't have revealed that. I was living in bliss before. So the ice road trucks roll out, and there's a large chunk of film of ice road trucks driving on the ice road. And just to be clear, it's over a big frozen lake. I forget what Canadian lake it is. But then, yeah, they usually drive in the winter, and it's relatively safe, but doing it in April is what makes it so dangerous. So,
like knuckling a pussy. God damn it. God damn.
Oh. The three trucks in the convoy make small talk via their radios. Qui-Gon says they might make a down payment on a rig of their own with their cut of the money. And Obi-Wan suggests that they name their new rig Twuk Twuk. I'm not joking. We see them driving at night, and Morpheus makes some ominous comments about not looking forward to driving in the bright sunlight in the morning. And there's a whole thing with bobbleheads. Like, when they first get in the trucks, they put bobbleheads on their dashboards. And because if you drive too fast, I don't know fuck all about ice trucks, so I'm assuming this is accurate. If you drive too fast, it'll create a pressure wave in the ice in front of you that might cause you to go through. And if the bobbleheads are bobbling a lot, that's a sign of a pressure wave. If you drive too slow, then there's too much pressure from the tires on one piece of ice at one time. So you have to drive at exactly the right speed not to plunge into the ice.
See, that sounds believable enough that, like, I bet that probably 50 to 60% of that is correct, and then there's a 15-minute video online of someone debunking why the rest of it is not correct, but, you know. It's good enough for the average moviegoer. I mean, that, as someone who hates driving and can't imagine driving a truck on ice, I mean, yeah, okay, I can roll with that, I guess.
So, and
it's
Morpheus
a nice visual representation for the audience to show, oh god, look, what was the bobblehead from Are We There Yet? Satchel Paige. Oh, right. Satchel Paige is going nuts. We're going too fast. She's gonna blow, Captain.
And I was looking at the continuity errors.
Continuity, Isaac. I let it go the first time, but if you're gonna, that's the word is pronounced continuity.
It doesn't have to be.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It absolutely does.
Continuity.
You are a slag.
So errors in time and space. The fucking bobbleheads just like disappear and reappear in shots constantly.
That sounds about right.
So I didn't notice it during the movie, but it makes sense. So Morpheus says they're on a bull run, which is apparently a trucker term for when you're hauling cattle. If the truck stops at any point, some of the cattle will lie down and then end up getting trampled by the other cattle and killed, which is no good for transporting cattle.
Oof.
So therefore, on a bull run, you don't stop for anything.
Jesus.
So they're on a bull run, and they have to get the thing up to the miners within 30 hours or they'll run out of oxygen. And then I'll die. Right. So insurance guy is nibbling on a sandwich and drinking from a juice box. No, I'm not joking. It's almost funny enough that I liked it. He asks Pocahontas if it's really that dangerous, and she goes in a long-winded speech about all the shit. So we just get 10 minutes of confirming how dangerous it is to be an ice road trucker.
Sure, whatever.
And of course, in the morning when the sun is blaring, Morpheus's truck blows a truck part and comes to a stop. Stupid Oscar Schindler, who's incapable of leaving anyone behind, puts his truck in reverse to go help, even though they're supposed to be on a bull run.
When you say the words "stupid Oscar Schindler, incapable of leaving anyone behind" in an annoyed voice, you've become something bad. Maybe should have used Qui-Gon for that one.
No, that's why it's funny. He was a good guy.
He was.
Yeah. But if you're on a bull run, you don't stop for Morpheus.
This would be such a better movie if the plot was exactly the same, but it actually was Qui-Gon and Morpheus and Pocahontas.
It would be wonderful.
Oh, God.
So Qui-Gon and Morpheus try to set up Morpheus's truck to be towed by the other trucks.
Yeah,
Towed,
so is Pocahontas' truck stopped too? I can't even say it. God.
Yeah, she had to stop.
They all stopped. Okay.
She's cranky about the situation.
Sure.
Why are they trying to tow his truck? They only need one set of equipment to get there.
Yeah, just slow down to 15 and let him hop in the passenger seat of somebody else's truck.
Exactly. But no, then there wouldn't be a movie. Fucking goddamn it.
We need to see the truck sliding off the cliff when the ice is melting.
Yep.
Yeah, shocker. Who could have predicted that?
So Morpheus, of course, gets his leg caught in the tow line just as his truck starts breaking through the ice. He's getting pulled under, still trapped on the tow line, and he yells at Pocahontas to cut the tow line and let him sink, or they'll all be pulled into the ice. She's reluctant to, perform an action that will directly kill someone, as anyone would be.
Sure. But
But eventually she does so, and Morpheus drowns, and they're saved.
Oh, wait, so he's not a villain? Unless he's going to come back driving a phantom truck and challenge him to a truck off. I don't have something. I thought I had something. I don't. Okay.
There's the Matrix doesn't have Force Ghost. That's Star Wars. That comes up later.
Yeah, why didn't Qui-Gon use the Force to save him?
So the other two trucks are still hooked together via a tow line. They start to speed away as the ice cracks violently behind them, and it's racing up on their heels and everything. Sure. They start driving too fast, though, because a pressure wave starts to form ahead of the trucks, and the bobbleheads are going crazy.
Oh no, Satchel Paige!
Qui-Gon starts fishtailing. I don't know why. If you know about ice road trucks, write in and tell me. It ends up causing both trucks to flip on their sides, which, although definitely a problem, means the weight is distributed more evenly than they would be if they were on their tires, so they don't plunge into the ice.
All right.
Luckily, the cracking ice stops just before it gets to them.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is a movie, I suppose.
Insurance guy, still sipping his juice box, goes up to Oscar Schindler and says, "I think the pretty Native American lady might be in cahoots with the Nazis. I think she might have sabotaged Morpheus's truck and is actually working for Agent Smith."
Oh, Mengele, at least you're getting work and you're not just bumming around the apartment.
Qui-Gon goes to interrogate Pocahontas, and she gets defensive, says her brother is trapped in the mines. Because they sort of figure out, there's no way Morpheus's truck would have blown a carburetor or whatever, because it's only had 10,000 miles on it, but they figure out, or they start suspecting her for mixing gas in with the diesel. I don't know how trucks work.
Yeah, that's no good. You don't do that.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, I'm so done with this.
We're only 30 minutes into the review, baby. You better fill time if you're almost done. You better come up with 500 more Star Wars jokes, Star Wars and Matrix jokes.
There's more. Don't worry. Pocahontas gets defensive, says her brother is trapped in the mines, and then she pulls out a gun. Or a bow and arrow. I don't even know, man.
Come on.
That's what they used.
Come on.
They got guns eventually. They bought guns from
All right, come on.
What?
We're gonna lose our license. Come on. She pulls out a gun. She's a human being.
If you're a card-carrying member of the AARP, you're allowed to say indelicate things.
You are not yet.
All right, I'll apply.
If you want to say indelicate, I can't even. This is terrible. It's terrible. Just continue. She pulls out a gun.
Yeah. But then mentally handicapped Obi-Wan / Lenny swoops in and karate chops the gun out of her hand, and they tie her up and throw her in the cab of the truck and radio in to verify her story. I don't know. Meanwhile, the trapped miners are growing concerned that there won't be enough semen to sustain all of them until rescue. One dickhead suggests quickly milking the injured of their loads and then killing them, so there's plenty of loads to go around, but less hungry mouths in need of loads. Some of the other trap dude says that's barbaric, but Chief Dickhead Load Sucker says democracy is king and they should put it to a vote. God, what's wrong with me?
Many things. I did not expect the miners to be something we'd come back to in this movie. I just assumed they were the MacGuffin at the end.
Yeah, no, he needs a little extra dramatic tension when the only thing you're doing is driving on an ice road. So back on the ice road, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are checking on the cargo in the back of the trucks to see if one of them's damaged or something. Oh, right, and by the way, somehow with cables and winches, they managed to get both trucks upright.
Yeah, that was my next question, because weren't these trucks on their fucking sides?
Yes, and I was, again, looking in the continuity errors section of IMDb.
Idiot, just an idiot man. Idiot man.
And there was all kinds of stuff with trucks, and apparently if you have one truck upright, it is feasible to right another truck from its side. But if both are on their sides, there's no way to do that.
I could see you with one standing up with winches and cables. I could see that. I couldn't do it myself, but I could see how people could. But with both on their side, I don't know what you're possibly getting at.
Oh, sorry. Qui-Gon just uses the Force.
See, he lifts the X-Wing out of the muck. I mean, the truck out of the ice. You can take the ice out of the road, but you can't take the road out of the truck. And the truck out of the man, and the man out of the ice. Circle of life.
Circle of life. Jesus. So the trucks are upright, but then the pressure is on the tires, which means it should be plunging through the ice. But they kind of explain that away because a storm is rolled in, which fucking Qui-Gon says, oh, that'll add 8 to 10 centimeters to the ice, so don't worry about it. Plot hole covered.
It'll add 8 to 10 centimeters to the ice.
Seriously, his accent. And his brother... God, his brother doesn't have an accent. Where the fuck were they raised? Jesus, how? Anyway.
Little Ireland in New York.
The famed actuary Darth Maul locks our Jedi duo in the back of the truck. Turns out he's the villain.
Oh, shocker.
Damn it.
Why does Ice Road need a villain? Why does it need a villain?
Because it's almost 2 hours long.
I'm shocked that it's that long.
Yeah, it went by quickly enough. It's because it's like stupid action that just time flies by. So he gets in the cab with Pocahontas, who's still all tied up, and he says, oh, I work in a different department of the insurance company, and then he knocks her out. With
the murder department?
In the head. Yeah, more or less. He sets up a wad of dynamite to explode under the truck the Jedi are locked in, and gets behind the wheel of the other truck.
I'm sorry, excuse me?
What, he's Darth Maul.
All right, fuck. That's wild.
More or less, the plot is some bigwigs at the mining company purposefully turned off the carbon monoxide meters so they could keep mining further and faster.
Okay, all right.
And then it bit them in the ass and blew up, and they want the miners to die, but it looks like they tried to save them.
Okay,
so they don't get caught.
I am reasonably sure I've seen enough mining accidents to realize that the deaths of 26 men are going to be far, far, far worse and more expensive than whatever it's going to cost to save them.
Yeah, depends
on
the
amount
how
of lawsuits would be ludicrous.
Well, they're Canadians, so they're too nice to sue.
I don't know that that's correct, but okay.
They don't have laws in Canada. Anyway, the Jedi use a large pipe to knock a heater out of the side of the truck, just in time for Qui-Gon to crawl out of it and force push the dynamite out of the way so it explodes like 100 feet away from the truck and everything's fine.
What about the ice? What about the ice road? What do you mean everything's fine? What are you fucking talking about?
That didn't really... It only damaged the ice enough for the front right tire to sink like 6 inches into the ice.
You mean to tell me they have to fucking be careful how far they drive and how fast they drive, but kicking dynamite, somehow does not just fucking cause catastrophic damage to the ice road?
It's pronounced continuity.
I guess continue. Oh, no, wait, that just works. Fuck.
There we go. We get a 2-minute montage of the Jedi tag team using winches and cables and lightsabers to unstick the front tire. Lenny expresses some concern about the winch, but he can't really articulate it because he can't speak very well. And George yells at him for being a knob with a bad attitude, but it turns out mentally challenged Obi-Wan was right, and just as the tire gets unstuck, the winch rips off the trailer and breaks through the ice and sinks. Right. Okay, so the trailer rips off the truck, and that sinks, and fucking Obi-Wan gets knocked into the ice hole, so he's, like, underwater, drowning or whatever.
Sure.
And Oscar Schindler always having to save people.
Wow. Oh, my God.
He jumps in the ice water after Lenny, who's fallen in, and after a tense moment, both Jedis pop out of the water, and they're totally fine.
And promptly die of exposure.
Yeah, seriously. And that's another continuity error, where they, like, crawl out of the water, and then they're in the cab completely bone dry and not shivering.
And didn't you just say knock the heater out of the truck, too? The one thing that might help them survive?
That was the heater out of the trailer.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
So, yeah, Qui-Gon hauls frozen Obi-Wan into the cab and does CPR on him, which causes Obi-Wan to spit water up and wake up, which is not how CPR works, but whatever.
No,
he's a Jedi Master.
Look, I'm with you in that, except that is how CPR works in movie. Every movie where people swallow water, that is just how it works. That's just the thing we have to accept as moviegoers, that CPR is never going to be correct.
So,
you're looking into my eyes, and I don't like it.
If you do CPR on someone after, like, a bunch of, like, bukkake facials, would a bunch of cum just come out?
In a movie, Isaac? Yes. If you told me the movie Zack and Miri Make a Porno, which is a movie I only know by name, if you told me that movie had that scene, I would be like, all right, sure.
Meanwhile,
you are the worst man.
Darth Maul has gotten to the end of the lake and meets up with, like, what's his name? The Emperor.
Palpatine?
Yeah, Palpatine.
Fucking loser. Don't know Star Wars stuff.
Continuity. Anyway, meets up with Palpatine, and Palpatine tells the insurance guy, make it look like the last truck veered off a cliff and crashed because evil capitalism, they're not actually saving the miners.
So the mine, like, is the top side of the mine have, like, a bunch of people waiting for the equipment? Or is it just like, okay.
Yeah. Darth Maul pulls unconscious Pocahontas. That kind of rhymes. Anyway.
Why did he bring her?
Huh?
Why did he bring her?
She was still in the truck.
Why didn't she just huck her in the truck with the Jedi? Like, legit, like, seriously, what?
Well, because the plan is to make it look like she veered off the road. And
they need all
the woods.
Right, okay.
It has to look like
they need a patsy. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So he holds, he's like, he gets suspicious if she's actually unconscious. And we, like, found out earlier she wasn't, and she's just pretending. But he holds a lighter up to her face and starts burning her, and she, like, obviously wakes up.
What a
he then hears
weird villain.
Hears some squeaking and investigates Lenny's bag, and of course finds a tiny pet rat in a tiny little cage.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
Has this rat come up before?
We did see it before, yeah.
Okay, all right. Holy crap.
Fucking Of Mice and Men.
The
Ice
rabbits, Lenny. Of Ice and Men.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Damn. Well, you win this round just because of that.
Hell yeah. What a winner. Oh, fuck. Feels good. Which was a minor
I'm just sitting
here
making fun of Oscar Schindler.
Making fun. Yeah, it's just Oscar Schindler.
Well, yeah. The hero rat. Wait, where did we go? Oh, yeah. Hero rat bites Darth Maul's finger, distracting him long enough for Pocahontas to grab a fire extinguisher and smash him in his stupid head horns and kick him out of the truck.
Stupid head horns. Do you know what? Do you know what race Darth Maul was?
I have an answer, but I'm not going to say it because I actually would get canceled.
I think I know what it is. It's a Zabrak. Thank you very much.
He's an X-wing.
Zabrak thing.
He's an X-wing. Like an X continuity.
No, X-wing is the name of the sled.
Okay. So Jesus, where are we? Pocahontas starts driving away, but Darth Maul clings to the outside of the truck long enough to pull the fuel line, spilling fuel from the tank.
Oh my god.
Our Jedi heroes have reached the end of the lake and start up the mountain road, a little bit behind the rest of everything that's going on. Pocahontas radios in, Mayday, and Qui-Gon says, "We're on the way, we're gonna save you," and they sort of figure out, what's going on. Darth Maul has some, droid minions who show up on snowmobiles, and they start attacking the trucks, trying to force them off the road. They have guns, but they have lightsabers, but Darth Maul says, "We can't have lightsaber holes in the goddamn truck, it won't look real." So 2 of the snowmobile droids jump onto the side of the truck. Our Jedi Masters try to open the doors and fling them off, but they end up getting in the cab, and there's a big fight. Well,
I just want to say, you are underselling the ludicrosity, I can make up words too, of the fact that the movie Ice Road has a fucking snowmobile versus truck cab duel with Qui-Gon Jinn and his mentally handicapped brother, with men on snowmobiles with guns in a fucking race against time. This is insane.
Yes, it's a bad movie. And they just manufacture drama out of thin air.
I am fucking floored by what's happening here.
There had to be some action. What did you think? It was just going to be them on the ice road?
No, I could have expected when the trucks were setting out, I expected a villain and a betrayal. And the truck falling off a cliff, truck falling into the water. I knew Morpheus was going to drown. That's 100%. He was definitely going to die. I thought he was going to betray him. Did not expect Liam Neeson driving a cab up a mountain, being chased by fucking basically the Mr. Freeze's goons. Like that, believe it or not, that one is catching me way off guard. All right? Truck trauma, sure. This, not exactly.
So there's a long fight. People are hanging out of the truck, getting punched in the head, etc., etc. Eventually, Lenny gets knocked out of the truck with one of the droids. Qui-Gon is still fighting a dude and driving the truck inexplicably, so he keeps going down the road, leaving Lenny behind. Back on the ground, Lenny force chokes one of the droids to death, which is just a little intense, but whatever.
Yeah, they're killing a lot of people, huh?
Seriously. We then see Qui-Gon is turned around, having defeated the droid still in his X-Wing. He says the insufferable line, "Well, don't just stand there. Let's go." Fucking hate that line.
What is the best Qui-Gon Jinn line? And there is a correct answer. I use this line in my regular life sometimes.
I don't know any Qui-Gon Jinn lines.
There's always a bigger fish.
Oh, right. Okay, that's a good line.
They're swimming. They're swimming. They're in a fucking Star Wars underwater ship with Jar Jar Binks.
X-Wing, like.
No, it's not. It's called a bongo bongo, Isaac.
It's an X-Wing.
No, it's called a bongo bongo. That's not a joke. They're in a bongo bongo. I had the Lego version of the bongo bongo. Thank you very much. And there's a fish chasing them, and then they're about to get eaten. And then a bigger fish comes and eated the smaller fish, and Qui-Gon says there's always a bigger. And I've used that line to describe villains in my regular life. It
is a good line. I'll give you that. So, they were in an X-Wing.
So Liam Neeson always gets a pass from me because I love that line.
Fair enough. Meanwhile, Pocahontas' truck runs out of gas. I don't even know, man. She gets out of the truck and pulls her gun.
Does she still have her trailer at this point?
Yes. Okay. She has the only trailer.
Yeah, right. Because I was thinking I needed an update of the equipment.
The 2 other trailers are in the ice. The Jedi are in a truck without a trailer. She has the only trailer.
Yeah, a tractor.
Whatever. I don't know, man.
Look, I work with trucks for a living. I just don't know what they do.
They go places.
They fly in space. They fight the Death Star.
She gets out of the truck, pulls her gun, and ends up in a brief Mexican standoff with Darth Maul, who was following in a pickup truck. He laughs and says there's nothing she can do. The other truckers are dead. She's out of gas. All the stupid miners are going to run out of cum and die. But then our heroic Jedi Masters roll up. Darth Maul is surprised, gets in his pickup, but gets in his X-Wing, but Qui-Gon smashes his X-Wing against Darth Maul's X-Wing, and it ends up going off a cliff and rolling down the hillside.
This sounds so stupid, but I think I would enjoy it for how stupid it is.
Yeah, that's kind of where I ended up.
Honestly, I'm kind of having a blast. It sounds so fucking dumb.
It's a dumb action movie.
Oh my god.
Entertaining enough, but it's also awful. Oh god. So Right. Jedi Masters and Pocahontas have a quick threesome, and then Lenny starts repairing the fuel line while they siphon some gas from the Jedi truck into the Pocahontas horse. Bad insurance man Darth Maul is, of course, still alive, and force jumps out of the wrecked truck.
He got hit in the head with a fire extinguisher. He would be dying in the snow in real life right now.
His horns
that is a fatal
him.
Injury. Oh, God.
So, you're going to be even more angry.
Always.
At this. So, what do you think his play is now? What's Darth Maul going to do? He just climbed out of his truck.
I don't know. He's at the bottom of a hill, a ravine, or what?
Yeah, kinda.
He's going to start an avalanche.
Larry?
Yeah, no, that's definitely the move. That's absolutely the move.
He ends up getting on one of the abandoned snowmobiles, drives up to a ridge above where the Jedi and Pocahontas are fixing the truck fuel line or whatever, and pulls out a suitcase that has a bomb in it. He sets up the bomb in the snow and then goes off and detonates it. The single bomb causes 3 distinct explosions, which we see, which triggers an avalanche.
Man, see, I can write movies. I can absolutely write bad movies all day long.
God, it's so stupid. Our heroes jump in their trucks and try to outrun the avalanche, and the CGI is so trashy, especially on the avalanche part. I don't know how it's so bad in 2021. There's CGI elsewhere in the movie that's annoying, but the avalanche is just trash.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Sounds about right. So they have both trucks still?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
So, because fucking Qui-Gon Jinn's truck is practically useless because no trailer. It's been shot to hell. They just siphoned a bunch of gas out of it.
Correct.
Why?
But they both drive off in both trucks to try to outrun the avalanche.
All right. Yep.
It's good they do, though, because Pocahontas' truck gets just caught on the edge of the avalanche. She gets impaled in the chest with a branch that goes through the windshield.
Oh, Jesus.
But it's not... It's like upper chest, so it's like didn't get her lung. It's like almost her shoulder.
Top right shoulder where everybody can get injured to be totally fine.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
And
saying impaled in the chest brings a much different vision to mind.
Qui-Gon Jinn rips the branch out of the hole in her chest, which kids never do. If you're impaled with something, leave it in, get to a hospital. If Liam Neeson tries to pull it out, just fend him off. He's a geriatric man.
Tell him someone we haven't made a single Taken joke. Probably his most well-known franchise, but I don't think either of us have seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The Jedi they go about hooking up their trailer, or their truck to the tractor, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, their tractor to the trailer. So
the front of the truck is called the tractor?
Yes. A tractor trailer consists of a tractor and a trailer.
That makes sense.
When I started working at Penske, I didn't know that, and I asked the guy training me, because it was like, oh, we gotta put a plate in this tractor, and I was like the farm equipment. And he looked at me like I was the dumbest motherfucker that ever lived. He's like, no, and he was a nice guy. I had anything against him, but that was a stupid question. And he's like, well, a tractor trailer is a trailer. And then the front bit's called a tractor. That's why it's a tractor trailer. And I felt sufficiently moronic for asking such a stupid question. So yes, the cab of a tractor trailer is called a tractor.
Okay.
That is your useless truck knowledge from the life I have wasted and the potential I have squandered. Congratulations, you now have useless information.
Apparently Pocahontas' tractor is too damaged.
Okay.
So they have to use their tractor to hook up to the trailer.
Thank God they uselessly brought it through that avalanche.
They start working on that.
For not being able to stop, they fucking stop a lot.
Well, they're not on the ice anymore. They're still ice, but they're not on a frozen lake that they could plunge into. They're on mountain roads now.
God damn it. I hate this.
So, the Jedi hook their tractor up to the trailer and speed off to save the miners, who are running dangerously low on semen, by the way. Darth Maul shows up at the abandoned tractor just a couple minutes behind them, which apparently isn't damaged at all, because he just gets in it and starts driving after our Jedi heroes.
This guy, whatever the fucking villains are paying him is not enough.
He really is Agent Smith.
They are not paying him enough money for this. This is ludicrous.
He does not stop. And he's still got his juice box.
And he has literally launched an avalanche at these people, and it's still like, when that didn't finish the job, he was like, all right. I mean, for me, I'm calling the boss, and I'm like, look, man, I have thrown the force of God at these people and they lived. So, like, you're
Also,
on your own.
How many... He packed dynamite and a separate, different kind of bomb?
Yeah, I was going to ask, did the briefcase have, like, a foam cutout of an empty spot where dynamite would be?
I don't know how exactly he packed everything, but whatever. So there's another fucking truck chase. Qui-Gon takes his lightsaber and climbs out between the truck and the trailer, and he also has a blaster. He starts firing at Darth Maul. Whatever, this is fucking stupid. He then jumps onto Darth Maul's TIE fighter. Oh, right. Okay, I did remember Darth Maul had a TIE fighter. And then kicks him out of the cab.
Okay, sure.
And they...
You know what? You think whatever you want, baby.
They have an epic lightsaber battle on the ice. Meanwhile,
I can hear the Duel of the Fates in my head.
Damn straight. Pocahontas and Lenny arrive at a bridge that their truck exceeds the weight limit on. More drama.
Why did they come this way?
It's the only way.
Okay.
It's the only way, Larry.
Yeah, all right. I don't know why I'm asking you.
Pocahontas takes the wheel, but they get stuck on the ice that's on the bridge, and the wheels are just spinning. Mm-hmm. So Obi-Wan gets out and gets some kitty litter from the trunk of his X-Wing so they can get traction.
That's real, isn't it?
They have, like, traction pads, which I guess is a thing ice road truckers would have, but we're going to keep calling it kitty litter.
Well, I've used kitty litter before.
Yeah. For when
those
you're not an ice road trucker. Those of us who live in the
northern climes, yeah, that is the thing you have to do. This is in winter, you have to keep a fucking bag of kitty litter in your car.
Just in case you need to piss in your trunk.
Why do I live here?
I don't know. Let's move to Aruba.
I don't know either.
The cables on the bridge start snapping. Drama. Back, Qui-Gon and Darth Maul end up back in the cab of their truck, and their lightsaber battle continues. Qui-Gon...
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Qui-Gon speeds, like, pedal to the floor.
Okay. I know we're having fun with saying lightsaber duel, but, like, how are they actually fighting? Because if they're in a cab, they're obviously not shooting at each other, like, seats next to each other. But, like,
the gun disappeared at some point, so...
Are they doing, like, the fucking Fast and Furious fighting with wrenches? Like, what are you talking about?
They're just punching each other. Okay. But they're also wearing giant winter clothes and gloves, so it's like those inflatable boxing things you put on your hand to beat up your sibling. It's like, I don't think these blows would actually hurt.
This sounds amazing. Isaac, I might watch this. This sounds so stupid, I think I would love it.
It's entertaining. Just not good.
Oh my god.
So Qui-Gon drives as fast as he can, creating a pressure wave ahead of the truck. We see the bobblehead go off like crazy.
Oh, so they're back on the ice. Okay.
Yeah, there's another lake. I don't know. He dives out of the cab just in time, and we get a close-up of Darth Maul's face, a record scratch. How did I get here? Just before he plunges into the ice and dies.
Oh, he finally dies this time? Is the end of this movie a fucking icy hand coming out of the water? An icy red and black hand.
That would be amazing. He comes back with no legs.
His funeral better
sequel.
be fucking. Oh, he gets robot spider legs in the books, by the way. Not a joke. If fucking his funeral better be amazing, because this guy he is the greatest movie villain goon that has ever been.
Yeah, probably.
I am thoroughly impressed by this man.
So back on the bridge, Pocahontas and Lenny are fighting with the kitty litter to get the truck off the bridge before it collapses. They get it off just in time, but the truck starts sliding backward. Lenny runs over to close the gate to there's a gate just before the broken off part of the bridge. I don't know, it's fucking stupid. So he's trying to close the gate and lock it so the truck won't slide off the bridge and collapse. But he gets caught between the truck and the gate. Pocahontas runs to get more kitty litter for traction to try to get the truck to move, but Lenny has been fatally crushed. Mm-hmm. Qui-Gon force jumps his way up the ridge just in time to clutch Obi-Wan laying on the ground, like, and they both fucking insufferably say, "Brother mine," and it's their last words to each other. Fucking hate it. It's so stupid. And then Qui-Gon gives Obi-Wan one last wet willy before Obi-Wan turns into a Force ghost. Qui-Gon rolls up to the mine in the truck with the workers, and they grab the super important equipment and start working to free the miners just before they run out of cum and die. Pocahontas goes to get some medical attention. Another medic asks Qui-Gon...
Thank you for waiting until I had a mouthful of liquid to fucking talk about the cum again. Awesome.
What are you drinking, by the way? Cum?
Come.
Okay, good. Another medic asks Qui-Gon if Obi-Wan needs some medical attention, but Qui-Gon says, nah, dude, he's a Force ghost now. Can't do anything for him. All the miners come out alive and reveal that the bad dudes in the company were paying the miners to shut off the carbon monoxide sensors and the sabotage the ice road operation, and Qui-Gon punches, like, the bad big corporate dude in the face.
Yeah, he's our generation Stone Cold.
The miners are some of them walk out, some of them are on stretchers because of their injuries, and they have like masks on their face with supplemental cum. I'm so proud of myself.
So did they eat people down there? Did that ever happen? Did it come to that, or Qui-Gon arrived in time?
Yeah, it was a whole thing where one guy wanted to kill some of the people so they would stop breathing and use up all the oxygen, and the other guys wouldn't have that, and there's drama, but it was all stupid.
Oh, did they kill him?
No,
because so that whole scene was pretty pointless then.
Yep, nothing really came of it.
Right.
Just
nothing really came of it except for all the cum.
That's right. Cut to the future. We see Qui-Gon has bought a new truck with his big monies. He stops and says hi to Pocahontas, who now owns Morpheus' business.
He's still got the money, even though the company was corrupt.
I don't know, man. He signed a contract.
I guess okay. All right.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know why I'm asking you.
So the Qui-Gon Jinn and Pocahontas play grab ass for a couple of minutes, and then he pulls away in his new truck, and the license plate reveals that it is named Twuck Twuck.
Yeah, right.
As the late great Obi-Wan suggested, and we see Obi-Wan's Force Ghost in the passenger seat criticizing Qui-Gon's driving, and the credits roll. This fucking movie, Larry.
Why do I feel like we've picked up another pathetic life form, Master?
So, yeah, my score for this is a 3 out of 10.
Honestly, it sounds like it. It sounds like I'd have given it a 3 or a 4. It sounds so stupid, but I feel like I'd have loved it.
It's entertaining in a dumb action movie way. So if you just turn your brain off, you don't worry about the shitty CGI, you ignore all the plot holes, the many, many plot holes. It's entertaining. None of the acting is particularly great. I mean, Liam Neeson, so he's fine, but he's you're getting what's on the tin with that. Yeah, nothing exciting. Just some predictable lines like the brother mine and don't just stand there, get in the truck. I just hate shit like that. So
don't just stand there, get in the truck.
Fucking goddamn fucking Liam Neeson. So yeah, there's not much to say about it. It's dumb, but if you want an action movie, like, go ahead and watch it. You'll be entertained. Especially if you like bad action movies, where you can enjoy the action and the fights and stuff like that, but at the same time, when something stupid happens, you can just sit there and chuckle to yourself about how stupid it is, the fucking Avalanche. But
I had a great time listening to you review this. Like, I feel like if I had watched this, I would enjoy it way more than it deserved to be enjoyed. It sounds just like right up my alley, stupid action, over the top nonsense.
Yeah, it's worth a watch.
I'm sure it's a pile of shit, but I mean, there's a lot of things that are a pile of shit that I love. I'm a trash bad person, and you shouldn't like me.
I'm sure this is better than Die Hard 6 or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how many Die Hards there are, but there's the first one and then a bunch more.
Die Hard with a Vengeance was good. Die Hard 2 was okay.
I think I've actually seen Die Hard 2, but I don't really remember. I don't think I was paying a whole lot of attention to it.
That's the airport one. It's all right. Die Hard with a Vengeance is great. That's the one in New York with Simon and Samuel Jackson.
Oh, you know what? I did see that. I do remember liking that, actually. Now that you say that.
That one's fun.
Yeah.
It's all the Simon Says stuff. And
it's been
Jeremy
a long
Irons
time, yeah. I think I watched all 3 with my best friend, like, on the same day. So I think they started to blend together by the time we watched the third one. Also, I watched the Karate Kid movies. So, not the same day. We didn't watch Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3. And
an odd long day.
That would be a very, very odd.
The Lord of the Rings extended editions all in one day, yet playing simultaneously on different screens. Just sync them up like Wizard of Oz and Dark Side of the Moon.
Listen, if you think I don't want to see fucking Daniel San, Bruce Willis, and Gandalf fighting off bad guys in a tower, you're crazy.
No, Qui-Gon Jinn, Morpheus, and Pocahontas. That's what we're going with.
I'm also fine with that.
That'd be a great trio.
Honestly, the spaghetti de coco idea of combining movie premises together just sounds more and more appealing the older I get.
Oh, God. Spaghetti de
Bless
coco.
you, spaghetti. Bless
We
you.
hardly knew ye.
He's still alive.
Yeah, well, not for long.
I spent an inordinate amount of time looking for Robert Vince's Twitter and his trying to figure out about his life yesterday.
You're a madman.
I have problems.
You're gonna end up stalking him.
I mean, if he lived nearby, I probably would already be doing it. We all know he lives on a yacht.
Okay. What if twist Robert Vince is actually Joseph Mengele? That's his alias. He's 130 years old.
This is his redemption arc. This is him trying to make up for the worst crimes possible.
I'm sorry about all the experimentation on children at Auschwitz, but look, I made Pop Star.
I can't find out if Airbud Entertainment is bankrupt or not, but I'm looking into it. I got the finest minds up.
Fine. All right, so that's all over Ice Road is. Go watch it. Go watch it and see for yourself.
I honestly may. I may. We'll see.
Now
I'm coming up on the end of the shows I've been watching, so I'm going to have a little window before I start another show, so I may squeeze that in there.
Now, what are you subjecting me to 2 weeks from now? Because next week you're doing the Twilight thing.
Yeah, Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2. And Isaac, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. You're watching Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1 because I hated 2 so much, and I hate you, and I want you to die, and you're also going to fucking suffer. All right? All right? Go fuck yourself.
I figured as much.
Yourself.
I just learned you can set Netflix to, 2 times speed, so I might do that.
Oh, man. Next week is going to be at the start of a fucking downward spiral.
Do you imagine if you sped up Netflix, how fast those vampires would be running?
You cannot make fast-running vampires look good in anything. There is no way to make it look not like the dumbest thing on this or any universe.
You just need to cast Usain Bolt in all of the roles of vampires in whatever movie.
The only thing I insist when you review that is you have to call Bella, Edward, and Jacob by their names, or this is going to make zero sense. I don't care. Okay. Believe me, Isaac, these movies have about 90 characters apiece. Do whatever you want with everybody else, but we have to get something straight on those 3, all right? I insist upon it.
I think I'm going to stick with Pocahontas, Qui-Gon, and Morpheus.
That would be for a much better movie. We have to have some kind of consistency, and that's it. At least those 3.
I'll consider your proposal.
No,
I'll run it by the board.
You're going to do that, because if you don't, I'm going to correct you every time. Oh, God, I wish I could just share the fucking stream of consciousness thoughts I had while watching Breaking Dawn Part 2. I don't even know where to begin. I'm also pretty sure it's a movie where literally nothing happened.
But it's the ending of the entire series.
Isaac, literally nothing happens.
Are there continuity errors?
There's no continuity to be seen.
Well, yeah, then there can't be errors.
There's a lot of characters that look at each other and then the movie ends. I mean, it is a fucking nightmare. A bunch of characters buy a house for 2 people and then literally in the next scene they're like, we gotta get out of this state. So they buy and fully furnish a house and then they fucking it, and in the next scene they're like, we gotta fucking boogie out of here. Why did you fully furnish a closet if you're leaving? It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Oh, God. I really hate it. I'm so
excited for your review.
It's not gonna be as bad as you think, because I have, nothing to talk about. Believe it or not, genuinely nothing happens. It's just, and I can't really hold fault to not knowing who the characters are, because I'm guessing at some point in the first 4 or whatever, they tell me who these people are. They do not give you a refresher, so you're just expected to know.
Doesn't she pop out a little vampire baby?
Yeah, I think that happens in the one you'll be reviewing.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that in the 5th movie, Bella's a vampire? Because I didn't. She's just a vampire.
Yeah, I think I kind of knew.
She has magic powers, and she is stronger than the other vampires who have existed way longer. She's the strongest vampire, Isaac.
What?
That's not a joke.
Why?
Because she's supposed to be the reader.
Does she have a mermaid birthright or something?
I don't know. She is just stronger than every other vampire, easily and immediately.
I don't... Larry? No.
It's a dumb movie, Isaac.
No.
It is a dumb movie.
I've opened Pandora's box and put a knuckle in it.
Yeah, you did. You did. Because now
jeez.
you have to decide if you're going to give me the one before that. And
I
then
know.
This is going to be tit for tat. And technically, if we do that, you'll be one Twilight up on me. But I promise you, the retaliation will be worse. Because I believe there's only 5. So
yeah.
if you fucking keep this domino train rolling, you will have one up on me. However, I promise you, there will be a reckoning.
Oh God.
Fuck. Next week is gonna be
I'm looking forward to it. Those sparkly, fast vampires.
The worst part's gonna be if we do watch them all, I am gonna fucking have to go back and explain the things in the 5th one that I didn't understand what the fuck was happening because it requires knowledge of the first 4.
Does the baby vampire crawl fast?
Oh, Isaac, the CGI baby vampire is one of the most terrifying things I have ever seen. And apparently, the doll they made for it in the first place, where they decided to go CGI, is even worse.
Ooh, that's
The
right.
CGI baby vampire is horrible. Horrible. It's a horrible, ungodly offense against God and man.
That's a sentence I'm glad I've caused you to say.
Yeah.
I've done well. I'm pleased with myself.
You're a bad man.
I'm gonna go allow the universe to give me an orgasm via the couch cushions. I'm not a trapped miner. I got plenty of cum. I got too much. Gotta get rid of it.
All right, wrap it up.
If I'm fucking the couch cushions, I don't have to put a condom on.
Yeah, what if they get pregnant?
Oh man, imagine an Isaac couch baby hybrid.
You saw Big Mouth. Scorpion.
Oh, right, okay.
Wrap it up.
All right, Jesus. I will put a condom on for everyone's peace of mind.
Fucking.
That's so, yeah, you've just listened to the Bowels of Netflix for some reason or other.
And we apologize.
Make sure to stay tuned next week because Twilight is coming at you hard and fast.
Yeah, I guess
It's gonna be
August is
amazing.
fucking vampire month. I guess it's just what's happening. It's
if
too
we do
bad
all-
for me to keep it toward it to myself.
If we do all 5 in a row, we'll be like coming into Halloween season.
All 5 in a row backwards.
Well, yeah, of course.
So stupid. So
That's the
stupid.
Bowels of Netflix way.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Why do we do this to our fans? It's really the thing we have to ask ourselves.
No, they want to watch us suffer.
Well, you've come to the right place.
We basically just put each other in the stocks every week and give people Rotten Tomatoes to throw at us.
It really is. It really is what we do. Like, it's more about us suffering than it is anything making sense.
Pretty much. All right, but, do the Facebook, do the Twitter, send us an email, bowelsofnetflix@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And stay tuned, because next week we're coming hot and fast with glitter jizz.
Like
Or
a vampire
weens.
into your human womb.
Do vampires have a sense of smell?
I don't know. I was trying to think of that for the final bit, and I don't know. No, yeah, it comes up. They smell blood all the time. Yeah, actually.
Oh, okay. Like sharks. That makes sense.
Yes, Isaac, like sharks.
Like sharks.
All right, smell you later. I'm out.
All right, so we take Jaws and we take Twilight and we smash them together, and everyone's just sniffing blood left, right, and center.
We combine Twilight, Jaws, and the Black Dahlia. I got nothing. Smell you later.
And we put it in the blood bank.
No, I said smell you later.